student, Namaskar. We are uploading a new series of science practical tutorials for standard 10 for SSC board practical examination, in which we will perform the various experiment assigned to us for this academic year. So in this video we are going to perform a tutorial for experiment number 8. It is an interesting experiment in which the aim is to verify laws of refraction of light. Now take glass slab, put at the center of the papers, that is your answer sheet. Then draw the four sides of this glass slab. A, B, C, D are the four sides of glass slab. Then put one point on side AB. This point is Q. Draw the normal at this point Q to the side AB of glass slab. This is our normal. Now the first reading, while the incident angle is 30 degree, means we have to draw the incident rays making an angle 30 degree with this normal. Suppose this is incident rays making an angle of 30 degree with normal. Now take two pins, paper pin, and fix that paper pin on this incident rays. Suppose this is P1 and P2 are the two pins which fix perpendicular on this incident rays. Again, now put glass slab at its original place. Now observe the image of this P1 and P2 pins through this DC side of glass slab. Now fix the position of paper pin P3 such that P1, P2 and these P3 pins are come in a straight line. It is observed in a straight line. P1, P2 and P3, these both three pins are observed in a straight line through side of glass slab. Again, fix the position of these P4 pins such a way that both P1, P2 and P3, P4, both four pins are come in a straight line, observe in a straight line. Now fix their position, mark their position, remove glass slab, draw the ray joining to P3 and P4 and intersect side DC at a point. This is R. Suppose this is P, Q, R and S. Here PQ is a incident rays, RS is a emergence ray. and join point Q and R. Q and R is a way of refraction rays through the glass slab. Thus, when incident rays PQ enter in glass slab, is pass in a direction of QR. Again, when it's come out from glass slab, it goes in a direction of RS. Now draw a perpendicular, means normal, at a point R. Suppose this is normal. Now measure the refraction angles and emergence angle. Incident angle already we taken as a 30 degree. This is 30 degree. Now measure the angle of refraction. Angle of refraction we obtain 18 degree, 18 degree. This is the angle of refraction. Means angle of refraction is smaller than angle of incident. Again, measure the angle of emergence. Angle of emergence we obtain equal to incident angle, that is 30 degree. Thus, when incident angle is 30 degree, angle of refraction R is 18 degree, angle of emergence E is a 30 degree. Now take another readings when incident angle is 45 degree, and therefore now draw the incident rays which make angle of 45 degree with the normal. Suppose now this is incident rays PQ, which is making an angle with normal is equal to 45 degrees. Now take two pins P1 and P2 again, fix on incident rays PQ, making an angle 45 degree with normal. Again put this glass slab at its original position. Now observe the image of this P1 and P2 pins through this side DC and fix the position of the pin P3 such a way that they comes in a straight line. Again fix the position of P4 pins such a way that they come in a straight line through the side of glass slab. Again now remove glass slab. This is the position of P3 and P4 pins. Now draw the line joining to P3 and P4 and extend it up to side DC. This is our point R. Again draw the normal at a point R. Here this is normal at a point R. Now join again point Q and R, which is a way of refracted rays through glass slab. This is the direction of refracted rays through glass slab when incident angle is 45 degree. Then RS is the emergence rays. Now measure the angle of refraction and angle of emergence. Here we obtain angle of refraction is at 26 degree and angle of emergence is accurately equal to incident angle, that is here 45 degrees. Thus, when incident angle is 45, angle of refraction obtain 26 degree and angle of emergence, which is similar to incident angle, that is a 45 degrees. Now move towards the third reading when incident angle is 60 degree. For that, draw again incident rays making an angle of 60 degree with this normal. This is 60 degree. Incident rays making an angle 60 degree with the normal at a point Q. This is again PQ incident rays making an angle 60 degree with this normal. Now fix these two pins P1 and P2 here. Now put this glass slab at its original position and observe the image and P1, P2 pins through the side CD and fix the position of P3 pins in such a way that P1, P2 and P3 come in a straight line. Again, this P3 pins, P4 pins, fix the position of P4 pins such a way that P1, P2, P3 and P4 are come in a observe in a straight line through the side CD. Again, remove this glass slab, take the position of P3 and P4. Now again join or draw the ray joining P3 and P4 pins. This is our R points. RS is a emergent rays, and when we join QR, QR is a direction of refracted rays through glass slab. Thus, when incident angle is 60 degree, now measure what is the refracted angles. We obtain refracted angle is 36 degree. What is the value of refracted angle? It is 36 degree. Again, draw the normal at a point A to measure emergent angle. We obtain here the measure of emergent angle is again accurately equal to 60 degree. The value of emergent angle is 60 degree. Means the angle of incident is equal to angle of emergence, but angle of refraction is smaller than angle of emergence. Here, if you extend the direction of incident rays, you obtain parallel to it emergent rays. Here also, when incident angle is 45 degree, the direction of incident angle is parallel with direction of emergent rays. Direction of incident rays is parallel with direction of emergent rays. Similar, when incident angle is 30 degree, the direction of incident rays is parallel to direction of emergent rays. And from this observation, we can conclude that when light undergoes refraction through glass slab, the incident rays and emergence rays are parallel to each other. The angle of incident, second conclusion, the angle of incident and angle of emergence are always of same magnitude, means equal measures, means same measures. Thus, student, I hope you understood this experiment very well, and now it is easy for you to perform this experiment for board practical examinations. The objective aims of this experiment to verify the laws of refraction of light, and that laws is a angle of incident is always greater than angle of refraction, because here incident rays enter from rare medium to denser medium. Second things, angle of incident is nearby equal to angle of emergence, and from this all observation we conclude two conclusion, that is the direction of incident rays and direction of emergence rays always remain parallel to each other, and the angle of incidence and angle of emergence are always of equal measures. Thank you, student.